Hello, good morning if you're in Australia, and good evening or afternoon if you're across the pond. Welcome to my interview today, and I'm going to talk to a very special lady who I met online, and her name is Robin Magaddino, and she lives in Montana. She's on a small farm, small ranch, and she's got two daughters, and she's a grandma as well. And I really felt connected to Robin because we're both on the good side of 60, starting a new online business. So without further ado, I'll bring Robin on. Let's see if I can. Oh, hang on. Have to find the right button. Here we go.
Oh, you did it.
Yes, there she is. Oh, this technology. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
Hello, Robin, and welcome. Welcome to this interview. Lovely for you to make time. And you are actually in summer time, and I'm in the winter. We were just chatting before, and we've had a good frost here this morning, and it's still pretty chilly. That's why I'm a bit rugged up. What's it like over in Montana at the moment?
Oh, it's pretty darn warm, but the rain cools it off. We're having cooler temperatures this week into 50 degrees, 60 degrees for us. That must be what, I don't know what for you, but pretty nice, nice and pleasant.
Yep.
So we really love this. Is typical spring. We have rain most days. June is a rainy month, and so we're enjoying that.
And yeah, you said you had a bit of a mozzie. Mozzie plague.
Yeah, mosquito plague right now. That time of year, black flies and mosquitoes. So
yeah.
Check it out
for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started, Robin. Well, first of all, anybody who's watching, thank you very much. Pop a comment in. I'm on StreamYard. I try and watch my Facebook, but my internet is a bit dodgy, so I might not be able to do both. But put hashtag replay in a comment if you're enjoying this interview. So before you found this online business, what was happening in your life? Because you've done a lot of things in your life, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a career in wildlife management, wildlife lands management, and research. And when I stopped that, when my daughter was born, I had a consulting business, and I did lots of things besides taking care of the children. I had a farm with sheep. I raised sheep.
Oh,
wow. I sheared them for a couple of years, and then I found somebody to come. That was a chore. But I besides the farm, I worked a few other jobs that were very low pay, and they just were filling a gap. I mean, I think a lot of the things I did were sort of distractions. I call them distractions from my real purpose. And I knew it. I knew that I was doing something that I wasn't really driven to do, but I needed to just fill up the time.
Yeah. So you actually knew there was something more for you out there. You just didn't know what. Because you also, are you a yoga instructor? Is that right? Yes. Did you do that? Do you still do that?
I do it privately. I don't do classes anymore at the gym, but basically I was rid of the sheep and the llamas. I still have a horse, but I was rid of all the livestock, and the kids are, of course, moved out. And so I just felt it wasn't because of the kids or anything. It was just I felt a lack of purpose.
Yep. Being an empty nester can do that. I was a bit the same. I had 4 kids, and they've all moved out. And when the last one moved out a few years ago, I thought, okay, what's next?
Well, it leaves a big time gap, in your day.
Yes, it can. Yeah, certainly. So did you have a particular moment, a particular line in the sand moment that you thought, I really have to do something? Or how did it happen for you?
I don't know if it was an actual line in the sand. It was a gap, a big gap. I felt emptiness in my purpose in life, and I wanted to make an impact. I wanted to help other women live a good life, make an income. My mom always said a woman should have her own money. And so I took that to heart. I always did have my own money until, the last 10 years or so, I just didn't have a job that I thought was paid anything. And even yoga is very low pay. People think you should give it to them because it's kind of a spiritual thing, or some reason they think you should just give it away, and that's not true.
No, because you would have to learn to be a yoga teacher. That doesn't just come for nothing either.
There's a lot of constant study and prep work. So, but I had to. Yes, there was a time when I started looking. I began looking. I made a decision to do something online, and I began looking. I searched. I took classes of other things, trying to learn something about what people did, and just nothing resonated.
So how did you find out about the business we're in then?
Well, my niece, Nicole, came to me one day and said, "You know that thing Carmen's doing? Well, I signed up for that." Carmen was our horsemanship teacher like 10 years ago or more. A long time ago, actually, in Colorado. And so, we knew her and trusted her. And I saw she was doing this great business, happy. She was much happier than when I knew her, or much more outgoing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I was the same. Oh, hello, Fran. Good to see you on here.
Hey, Fran.
Carmen is sort of the glue who binds us together, and the person who started this for us, really, isn't she? Yeah,
she really is. So I called Carmen and I said, "Tell me." And she said, "I'm not going to tell you. Watch this webinar." So I did, and then I called her and she said, "Well, I'm going to put you in a master class or a coaching, 30 days coaching." And but I had a long list of questions. I was super skeptical. I am a scientist, and I am skeptical that you have to prove something to me. I can't assume it's right or true. So So this long list of questions. Poor Carmen.
No, that's a good thing. And then you had 30 days in
mentoring. But I started
the mentorship, the coaching program. Did that
I started the business.
Questions?
Well, I just fell in love with the people that were giving the mentorship. And also even the webinar, I just really fell in love with their stories of who they were as people and what they were accomplishing in their lives compared to what they had before. I could see the change in them, I could hear the change that they described. And I wanted that. And actually, if they didn't answer any of my questions, I had no clue. But I said, I'm all in, whatever it is.
Because of the community. Isn't that interesting? It's so much more than a business proposition, isn't it? So what has changed for you the most, would you say, since you've dived in?
I believe it is my ability to express myself better, have more confidence, my connection with people around the globe in a wonderful, positive way. And it makes you step out of your comfort zone. It makes you step forward I have now gone from 100 friends on Facebook. That was my limit. I never had more than 100 friends to now 3,100.
Oh, check it out. That's amazing.
And I have met some fabulous women, and we just connected so well. It's just wonderful. When you live in the country, you don't really meet a lot of people.
No, and especially nowadays when you literally can't go anywhere. This is the way to go, isn't it? To still meet as many people as you like that talk to you, that speak to you, that speak to your heart, isn't it? And that's the amazing thing of social media. I know. I used to be pretty skeptic about Facebook. I said, "Oh no, I don't want to. I only want to know my close friends and family on there. I don't want to share anything." But once you open up to that, it's amazing. How many beautiful people are out there. And like here we are talking to each other.
Yes.
I'm in Australia, you're in Montana, and
Yeah.
we've spent a lot of time on Zoom meetings, in group meetings with our beautiful community. And I feel I really know you quite well. Like if I'd met you for real, we'd just keep chatting as if
I
we've known
know.
each other for
Just
years.
go on. And
Isn't that wonderful?
I hope you have an extra horse for me when I come over.
I'll have to work on that.
Yeah. We'll have to borrow one.
Yeah, no problem. So what would you say in the business has been your biggest achievement so far? But what are you really proud of?
Let's see. What am I really proud of? I just feel like there's so many things I've already mentioned. I'm really proud of my ability to show up and be consistent and committed. Because I felt like for many years I was not. You know, when you have sheep, for instance, you are committed. You have to be there certain days doing certain things, certain times of the year doing certain things, and that's a commitment. And it is, and when I had my work, you know, my real work, I had to be committed because I had, you know, places to go and people to see on schedules. So I didn't have that for so many years, but now I have, again, you know, embraced scheduling.
Yeah.
Which we all kind of learned together, you know, in a 12-week year, and, you know, really learning to schedule for productivity, for your fun. Make sure you schedule in that fun and celebration.
That's something I really had to learn, because I'm very much head down and just go and do and achieve. But that's not fun. And in this community, we definitely learn to celebrate. And we've had some great online celebrations.
Yes, we have great celebrations. And that's, you know, I would play a lot, but it was like unscheduled. You know, I would just drop whatever I was doing and go out and play. I mean, that's great, but I can still do that. I still do that because I have big gaps in my things I have to do. I take classes online, you know, whatever I'm committed to, writing posts or connecting with my friends. That is part of my day. And then there's a big gap where I can garden, you know, work with my horse, play with my horse, play with my dog, or go swimming in the lake. You know, there's it's just, I think that's my greatest achievement, is learning to schedule my time so I can accomplish more.
Yeah, and have the free time without guilt, feeling guilty. Oh, I should be doing something else. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, what are you most excited about in your future? What lies ahead for you?
Well, that's a tough one. It's not really tough, but it's tough to get it all into one, you know, a few minutes. You know, I really want to help a lot of women to achieve their freedom, independence, you know, their financial independence, or at least some financial support, even a small amount of financial support if they want it. Although in this business, it's hard to make a small amount.
Yeah, there is no limit, is it? Oh, hello, Nicole. Nicole just joined us too.
Hey, Nicole. That's my so it's hard to see so many women having, you know, no income of their own, and it's just common. And I didn't realize it until I started pursuing the idea of how many people do have a good income. You know, women don't get paid as much still. When I was a young kid, even when I was I'm getting in the sunshine now, even when I was a woman working, a young woman, you know, on my job, we all got paid because we were government. We got paid the right amount. But on the other side, outside the government, most women did not get a very good salary compared to their male counterpart. And that was aggravating to me. And my treatment, you know, was not very good as a woman. It was a man's job, and what was I doing there, taking a man's position?
Yeah, and I think, especially in our generation, we saw a lot of that. I think that's changing, but I love this platform where we can attract women like you and me, and help them see that there are definitely other and better options, and not only financially.
That's right. they can have friends.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
They can have global friends, and they can lead a life of fulfillment and purpose.
Yeah, purpose. Yeah.
And so,
That's been huge for me as well, to find a purpose and to realize that little old me, I can help other women anywhere. That's still a big eye opener for me, that I've got the skill set now and the knowledge to support other women do the same, which is very exciting, I find.
yeah.
So if you could go back to when you started with this business, what advice would you give yourself? Like you said, you were quite skeptic to start with. Did you wait a long time to jump in?
I did. I would say, when you see something, you should explore it. I don't know why I was skeptical, because I was already looking online. So
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so darn standoffish, but I guess because it was real. The other things I looked at, they didn't appeal to me at all. So they weren't real to me. But this one was so appealing. And sometimes when I get sucked into something, when I go somewhere, I do something, I do it for years.
Yep.
I had sheep.
You commit. Yeah.
I had sheep for 25 years or more. And that was a big commitment, but I didn't really want it to end. I just had to end it. But this is something that I would say, don't hesitate to explore this content that we have in the webinar that we have offered right now, and don't hesitate. And if you want to explore farther, because it's pretty much free to explore farther. You can get into our platform for $99 a month, and it's 30-day guarantee money back. So that is, and you can see all the content in there, all the fabulous masterminds and classes on how to start a business. We have a 30-day how to start your online business.
How to start a business, even if you don't know what to sell.
Yeah, and even if you don't know a clue about doing anything online except Facebook.
Yeah, because that was about my knowledge. And look, here we are doing interviews, live interviews. Yeah. We've learned, how to set up the business page, how to be our own brand, which at first that sort of, I thought, I don't want that. Like, but you're not any different. We just learn how to be ourselves.
Right.
And you don't have to pretend you're anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful, Robin. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was lovely chatting to you. For anyone who's listening and who's interested to find out more, reach back to either myself or Robin, and we are more than happy to show you. Just started with a webinar, just 20 minutes, just to get a feel of what we're all about, because it's changed my life, it's changed Robin's life, and we're changing so many lives. So thank you very much, Robin, and thank you everybody for watching.
And thank you, Marty, for having me. Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. Bye.